One thing I have discovered is the more you have your walk with God, the more opposition you're going to also have. Because when the Spirit of God is in the room, you best believe there is going to be some opposition there as well. Because one thing the enemy don't want is for you to start using your voice and giving God all the glory. So things will start to happen when the presence of God is in the atmosphere. Opposition is definitely lurking. So I was at a women's conference earlier today, and I knew it wasn't a long conference, but I was kind of anxious because I wanted them to kind of get to the word, because I knew I had a limited time to be there because I had some other things going on. So I got the phone call. I had to leave. So my BFF, she had me on speaker, so I was still able to listen to it when I left. So I'm listening to it, main speaker come on, and they were talking about family. And I'm like, okay, I just need to hear what this word is, especially coming off of the dream that I had. And next thing I know, I could kind of hear her stepdaughter like sneezing, but I could still hear the word. But then it was like the phone had abruptly hung up, and I'm like, well, dang, what happened? So she wound up calling me back, and it was like her stepdaughter had like a whole episode, because she's a little challenged. And she like had a whole episode, just started screaming and just rebelling out of nowhere. Now, the whole time during the conference, while everything else was going on, she was cool. It was up until that point. And I told my Biff, I said, you know what? I said, that wasn't nothing but the enemy, because the enemy was definitely trying to stop you and me from hearing that word, and everybody else in the room. But of course, my best friend, she wound up getting up leaving, because she was just that much of a disturbance. And that's when I realized anytime God is in the atmosphere, opposition is just around the corner. Because when that word is for you and you got that hope in you, and you start praising God, giving him the glory, giving him all the glory with everything in you, opposition is just around the corner. Because the one thing the enemy don't want is for you to praise God. He does not want you to use your words. He does not want you to use your weapons. He does not want you to fight when you're faced with spiritual warfare. I'm faced with spiritual warfare every day, and believe it or not, so are you. Some people just don't realize the things that they are dealing with is all in the spirit realm. It's not even physical. Yes, it's a physical manifestation, but it happens in the spirit before it happens in the physical realm. Think about it. We are at war. That's all I got.